Hello, everyone. Welcome to So Yesterday, So Today podcast. Thank you for joining us for episode 3. Lara, how are you?
I am good. It is a cold day here in New York. It was flurrying a little bit out before, but I'm excited to be here and talk all the recent things that have been going on. So, how are you doing today?
I'm doing so well. Like you said, I'm really dealing with the cold. It's flurrying out here. My body is not happy. I'm getting up there in age and I want to be cozy and warm in my house, but I have to leave my house, so when you have to leave, it's a little
I
difficult.
know, and then, the winter coats start coming out. I was not expecting for the drop in temp so soon, but here we are. At least it's going to be like cozy season now with the Christmas movies and holiday feels.
That's what I'm so excited for this season is just wrapping myself up in a blanket, watching the nostalgic movies that we love, and just eating all the Christmas candies and cookies and cake,
Yes.
everything.
That's the best vibe. So let's get into what we want to call the weekly scroll. It's things that we have seen as we scrolled on our For You pages, our reels, and beyond. The new pop culture news or things that we've watched, really. So we wanted to start this time with Dancing with the Stars. Mariah is big into watching Dancing with the
Mhm.
Stars. She knows all the information in the 411, if you want to call it.
All the tea. So we are almost done with Dancing with the Stars. I think we have 3 episodes left as of right now. Tonight is the 20th anniversary birthday special of the show. So it's good. It's a really big deal. We have Tom Bergeron, who is the previous host, returning for this episode to be a guest judge. We have former pros coming back. We have former Mirrorball champs coming back to perform on stage with the current contestants. So freaking exciting. We have people like Joey Grazade coming back. Um, Rumor Willis, bunch more, but I'm just so excited for this. And it's tonight, so hopefully next week we'll talk a little bit more about it. But to catch you guys all up on what's been happening over the past 3 weeks, we had obviously 3 eliminations. So it started off with Wicked Night, and unfortunately, Scott Hoeing did get eliminated. His partner was Riley Arnold. I was sad to see him go, honestly. I thought he was really good, but it was his time. Then we had the next week, Halloween night, Jen Affleck from The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives went bye-bye. Now that was upsetting. I was caught off guard by that. I thought she did really good. The past couple weeks, she was trying to like find her own on the dance floor, and I feel like she was finally getting to a place where it was just coming natural to her, and plus her partnership with new pro Jan was really kind of evolving. And I wish we got to see more of that, but her time was cut short. So
Yeah.
then we have last week, which tore me apart. Daniel Fishel did get eliminated. Topanga.
Why did these people
Mm,
get eliminated so like over others? Like for example, why did Danielle get eliminated already? Was something just not clicking? Were people not voting?
to be honest, I think it has a lot to do with the fan bases of this season.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people are rooting for Andy, and I'm not saying it's his fault, Andy Richter, but he
Okay.
has a massive following behind him who's really pushing him to go forward, forward, forward every week.
Yeah.
And while that's really nice, I just do feel like some people that are really good are going home, unfortunately, because of it. Andy is very personable and sweet,
And people are loving
charismatic.
that.
They love that. But I just fear that their chances are being taken away because of it.
If
And
you can
that's,
choose who you would want to win this season, who would you choose?
oh my gosh, that's really hard.
Or a top three?
Definitely Robert Irwin is going to be in my top 3. He is crushing this season. He's getting better and better every single week. My second would probably be Alex Earl. She's just
Okay.
so good. Her and Val are just like the dream team. And third, uh, I'm afraid to say third.
Oh no.
I don't know who I'd want to be as third. I'm like in between Whitney Levitt and Jordan and Ezra. Jordan
Okay.
Childs, who's an Olympian. They're both so good, but I just feel like Whitney might not make it because of a lot of people are against her for some reason. I don't know
Uh-huh.
exactly what it is. She does have prior ballroom experience, but
Okay.
so does a lot of people in the competition. So it's not,
Yeah.
anything more different. It's going to be really interesting to see who does end up in the final three for this year.
Yeah. I'm excited to see it. Honestly, tonight's episode sounds like really convincing to watch as someone who's seen bits and pieces of Dancing with the Stars over the years. Like that would be an episode where I'm like, wow, I would want to see that. I would want to see Joey for
And
one, but also all the other great people too.
it's going to be really fun. I have like
Yeah.
super high hopes for tonight's episode, so you should definitely tune in
Yeah.
if you can.
They're definitely gonna, they are going to perform and rock the house. That sounds
Yes,
amazing.
ma'am.
Now, other exciting news that is perfect for this podcast, obviously, is Hilary Duff releasing a new single called
Mature,
First
mature
Song in
queen.
10 Years. That's crazy.
I was so excited, waiting all day for the single to release. I believe it released, I don't remember the exact date, but it was just a couple of days ago, and it came out at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and I was waiting all day for it. All day long,
Yeah.
refreshing my Spotify, and then she finally posted something like 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. I was like, thank God we have a time. Then
Yes.
it dropped, and I was so happy hearing it because it gave you all that pop energy that we needed. She's back, baby. She's
Yeah.
going back on tour, a mini tour. She's doing 4 different shows in January. We have one in London, Toronto, Brooklyn, which is the closest to us. And
Yes.
I signed up for the pre-sale. Just saying.
That would
And
be amazing, first of all.
can you imagine seeing her for the first time in
I
person?
would I would not even be able to imagine it. Just even being in the same room as Hilary Duff sounds amazing.
I've never seen her. I should have in concert
Yeah.
when I was younger, but it just was different back then with like
Yeah.
we had to go through our parents and
Yeah.
whatnot. But my first concert was Ally and AJ. So it's kind of like the same
Oh,
vibe.
it is the same vibe. They're in the same realm and family, 100%.
What was your first concert? Because I'm just curious.
My first ever concert was Taylor Swift. It was the Speak Now World Tour live. It was the last show of the tour, November 22nd, 2010 or 11, 10
That's
or 11. Ma Madison Square Garden, okay. Special guest Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez and Ja
that's
and James Taylor. So to think any concert after that would be really, really hard to top. I've been to some like great shows, but
Mhm.
that was my first ever concert. So,
I think that's one of the most iconic first concert
yeah,
stories I've ever heard.
it was so amazing. And I was really young, and I went with my mom and my aunt, and Selena Gomez and Taylor Swift sang Who Says? That was like the song of the year. It was so, so, so good. Oh, that was like my favorite tour, like the Speak Now tour. And I never went to the Eras tour, but I did get to go to the Speak Now show, so.
That is honestly just iconic. And I'm so jealous, honestly, that that was your first concert. But something about my first concert, which is a fun fact. So Ally and AJ was the headliner
Okay.
of the show. But guess who was the opener?
Was it a guy or a girl?
Guys,
Guys, like multiple?
plural.
It wasn't the Jonas Brothers, was it?
It was. It was
Oh, oh my God.
Lara. I had no idea who they were.
No way. That is so funny.
No idea who they were. And also B5 was the other opener.
Okay.
I don't know if you know them, but
I don't.
it's crazy to know
That's
that
so cool. The
I
fact
had
that
no idea who they
it would
were.
be like flipped now, like Ali and AJ are amazing, but I could see them opening like a great tour, like the Jonas Brothers tour, because they like are huge right now.
Or them bringing them out for a guest spot.
Yes,
But
yes.
me and my sister talk about it all the time. Like, how was that real? That like almost no one who was going to the show knew who they were. And now it's like
Yeah. You
the Jonas
can't
Brothers are everywhere.
exactly. You can't go anywhere without like people knowing the Jonas Brothers. That's really, really fun. I love
That's
that.
that's my fun fact of the day.
And they were so young.
Babies. And during that time, I'm pretty sure that maybe Joe was dating Allie or they had something. Oh no, was it AJ?
Oh,
Joe was
that is
involved with one
deep
of the sisters.
lore. That is deep lore.
I need to dig, but he was involved with one of the sisters.
Yeah.
So,
That was their teenage dream right there. They're all on tour together. But I'm super excited to see where this goes for Hilary Duff because
yes.
this is like a resurgence and everyone's so excited. And I'm
Mhm.
like, is an album coming out? Like I'm sure she's definitely been working on music, so that's going to be so much fun.
Also, during her interview that she did with Jake Shane, I watched the whole thing,
Yes.
and hearing her voice was just like music to my ears. She's just so
Yes.
calming and soothing. But besides that, she did mention that she wasn't able to perform What Dreams Are Made Of when she was back with Disney because it was owned by them.
Oh,
So on her
okay.
own personal tour, she would never be able to sing that. But now that she has her own thing, she could somehow perform that song now.
Oh my goodness. Please get the pre-sale tickets. Please, please, please.
I'm trying.
That would
Hillary,
be so cool. Oh my gosh.
we're gonna do our best.
All these fun music and songs and performances lead us into our next topic. This is my little niche. I'll start it off with this. And perfect segue because people performing songs that aren't owned by them or necessarily theirs in the first place, but you love them performing them is the greatest thing ever.
Mhm.
So, Bethany Joy Lenz and Tyler Hilton released a new album together called Well, 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 including songs When the Stars Go Blue, You'll Ask for Me, Halo, which is amazing, out of this world. Missing you slash every time you go away. I don't want to be the good kind. We belong and dare you to move. Now, what's amazing about this is I personally have always wanted to hear Tyler sing I Don't Want to Be. They
Mhm.
said Gavin liked it. They said Gavin approved. So that's super exciting. Also, Dare You to Move. That's one of my favorite One Tree Hill songs, which really like encapsulates the whole entire vibe. Um, Tyler and her singing anything together is amazing. When the Stars Go Blue is iconic from One Tree Hill. So this whole entire thing, honestly, I had no idea it was coming. I feel like it came just like out of nowhere. They fed us with this
Mhm.
and I just love it so much. And one of the last things they just did when they were in Wilmington together was go to the Naily bench and take some videos there and take content and then take some content at the One Tree Hill Bridge, which I've been dying to see something like that where it's like the cast members now like go back to those spots. So 10 out of 10. Thank
Mhm.
you, Joy and Tyler, for giving us such a gift.
I still haven't listened to the full album. I did listen to the first three songs that they released.
Mhm.
I love the new version of I Don't Want to Be. I
Yes.
was like, how are they going to do this? Are they going to stick to the original? Are they going to switch it up?
Yeah.
They switched it up and it works. It has
Yes.
kind of like a country-ish vibe,
Yes, that
folky
acoustic
vibe.
to it. Yeah, like the
Yes.
folk and like anything either of them do separately is amazing. So for them to come together, amazing.
I'm a fan. I have to listen to the whole album at this point because I'm sure their other
Yes,
songs are so good.
they
So
definitely
looking for
are.
that. Speaking of exciting things, more exciting things, Lindsay Lohan is being fed to us again on Disney Plus. Life Size, one of my all-time favorite childhood movies, is back on Disney Plus. Well, released for the first time on Disney Plus. It was just released on November 7th. I already watched it once.
You did. I haven't seen that in years, probably a
Oh,
decade.
listen, that movie, I almost said show. Tyra Banks is such a legend in that show. I keep on saying show in that
So
movie.
funny.
And watching that movie as an adult was wild because the choices the father made for
Uh-huh.
his daughter was like ridiculous. Like letting this random woman stay in their pool house. Like
Yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh, I'd have to rewatch that again, but definitely a wild movie. It was one of those movies too, when I was younger, I'd be like, this is like a little weird, right?
it was weird, but really good at the same time. It
Yeah,
was a pleasant mix. I want you to watch it again and come back with your thoughts as an adult
yes.
because watching it through a different lens is crazy.
It'll feel like a new movie.
And Tyra Banks is the most, I don't need to say this, but she's one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Oh, all of her costumes in that movie,
I love when there's costumes in movies like
she was
that.
so iconic. Like she was just everything. But Highly recommend watching that when you have a chance. And also, Freaky
Yes.
Friday, which is the Freaky Friday sequel, is releasing on
Hmm.
November 12th on Disney Plus.
Which is really soon and super
Tomorrow for us.
exciting. Yes, because we got to see that in the movies this summer, and that was a really long movie that had a lot in it. So I
Mhm.
feel like even watching it a few months later, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm watching this for the first time again.
I can't wait to watch it. I'm gonna make my husband watch it,
Yes.
force him to watch it
You
because
need to.
it was so good that movie. And I'm so happy that even though we didn't watch it together,
Yes.
we were so funny. Me and Lara showed up to that movie, same movie theater, same time. We weren't together, but we essentially watched it together
Yeah,
on two rows.
technically we did, basically.
But that was a really cool experience, and watching that just like healed my inner child.
They did
So
it
I'm excited
right.
to do it again. Yeah.
They did it. They did it so right. Speaking of movies, if you want to lead with this one.
The Grinch.
Yeah.
Christmas is coming up. The Grinch. Should I say the Grinch like that?
Yeah.
Specifically the Jim Carrey version. We had a reunion 25 years in the making. It just happened this past week. Jim Carrey and Taylor Momsen from The Grinch reunited for the first time. They went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony, and seeing them together was so crazy. And I actually posted a video on my personal TikTok recapping what she said about Jim and like her experience with him when she was younger. And people in the comments didn't even recognize Taylor Momsen.
No way. Let
I
me
was
look at
like,
the pictures again just to be refreshed.
I she looks different for sure. Obviously, she was a
Yeah.
child back in those photos, but I still see the Cindy Lou Who in her.
I can still see that's her. That's her vibe, 100%.
I was shocked. Like, yes, she's become like a big
An
singer and
adult.
she's an adult now. But it was just so cute to see them together and reunited and just like nostalgic at Christmas.
You know what's crazy to me? For the first time in 25 years. And I get that these people will work together and then go on with their lives and not necessarily cross paths, but I'm like really, really surprised that they did not cross paths for 25 years. That's like a really long time.
Typically, maybe they'll do like a 20th year, 10-year. I know they did that with
Yeah.
like School of Rock, but yeah, they haven't seen each other in 25 years.
That is crazy. Well, I'm glad they got reunited and perfect timing because people are going to start flipping on the Grinch again and that's that's nostalgic in itself too.
That has absolutely have to be one of my all-time favorite Christmas movies. I don't
Uh,
know about you.
it grew on me. It took me a while. It
It's
definitely took me a while. I didn't used to like it, but then I was like, okay, I can get down with the Grinch.
The Grinch is like I feel like it could be scary for kids
Yes, I
sometimes,
think I used to be like afraid of it. That's it. That was the problem.
but then when you get to an age where you like understand the whole heart thing and just
Yeah.
the backstory behind it, it's a beautiful
When
concept
you
of a
get to a
movie.
certain age, you're like, I know why he's acting like that.
I get the Grinch for sure.
Exactly.
That's
Um,
so funny.
Speaking of movies that are for certain age groups, if this
Mhm,
makes sense, like I don't know if you'd necessarily watch this when you're like a kid,
mhm.
but you wouldn't. I definitely did not watch these movies when I was that young.
Oh, the Grinch?
No, I was gonna go to our next movie.
Oh, I was like,
No,
where is this going?
yeah,
Sorry.
no, actually, it's like, where is this going?
Yeah.
I definitely did not watch vampire movies or scary movies when I was young. I just was not into it. I don't think I really got into it till like middle school age. But
Mhm.
these movies were super poppin' when I was in elementary school, and my friends were watching them, and I was like, not me. Twilight. Robert Pattinson reveals he would do another Twilight movie. Now, there's been some sort of discourse where people thought maybe he was joking, and the more I think about it, I don't think he actually would, but I thought it was funny that he said it because he knows people are obsessed with that movie.
And if you're anything like me, you're gonna take it, run, take your camera, start recording a video saying Robert Pattinson
Yeah.
thinks he's
I
gonna come
believe
back.
people when they say things though. Like I take everything so literally. So if Robert Pattinson said that, I'm like, maybe he needs it.
I want that to happen so bad. I actually didn't tell you this yet, but after our conversation about the Twilight movies in our last episode,
Uh-huh.
I went back and did an entire rewatch.
Of the whole entire 8 movies, is there 8 or 6 or something?
There is one, two, three, four, five.
Oh my gosh. I wish.
And let me just tell you, cringy at some points, but nostalgic, great movies at this
Everything.
point.
Literally everything.
So good, and I could not stop watching. And I will do like every once in a while I'll rewatch the first Twilight, but
Yeah,
it's
same.
been years since I watched the full thing.
Yeah.
So watching it again in 2025 was like watching it for the first time for me.
Yes, 100%. You don't remember everything, especially with all the content that we like consume. So it's
Lara,
so good.
the craziest plot twist in Breaking Dawn Part 2.
Oh my
At the
gosh.
end, I'm still shook to my core about it
I
that I
wonder,
went through that again.
oh, was this like the snow scene at the end? Oh my gosh, because can I tell you guys a story? So
Yes.
I went to go see Breaking Dawn Part 2 with my best friend, whatever year that came out. I think I don't know what grade we were in, sixth,
Mhm.
seventh, or eighth, whatever. Besides the point, right?
Mhm.
This girl fell on the floor. She fell out of her seat. She was
Same.
hysterical, hysterical. And I'm like, what? Because I wasn't like a super fan or anything, but I wanted to go. Twilight was popular. On
Mhm.
the floor, hysterical. So to have that
Same.
feeling at any age when you watch something is so good. It really is so good.
And it's so funny because up until this point, rewatching it, I thought that the big plot twist at the end, spoiler alert, if you guys have not seen Breaking Dawn Part 2, skip a
You're
couple
like, it's
seconds.
been 10 years. We're just gonna say it.
Spoiler alert. Um, I was convinced that Carlisle died,
Yeah.
like till this day, and it was all just a premonition.
Yeah, was it
I
Alice
can't.
or
Yes,
Renesmee or something?
Alice.
I
To
really got
this
to do a
day,
refresher course on Twilight before Thanksgiving though, because once Thanksgiving hits, Twilight goes out of like, you know, circulation. It's just not the vibe anymore.
can you please? Because we just need to like have a whole episode talking about it.
That's a big homework assignment.
Bruce. It's gonna take you about 2 months,
It
but
might. It might be more than that. Like the amount of time it's taking me to watch Gilmore Girls is honestly frightening. But
unmatched.
that's
Speaking,
perfect segue.
People's Sexiest Man Alive dropped over this week. Super exciting. We had some stories involving our favorite TV characters pop up. They did interviews with both Logan and Dean, aka Jared Padalecki and Matt Zuckery. And then we also had a little bit of One Tree Hill crossover.
Yes, Nathan and Lucas, which we will touch on that in a few moments, but honestly, I'm screaming internally. That is so exciting.
Yeah, so they did a couple like little interviews with them, and I just figured we'd like highlight our favorite parts of the interviews.
Yeah.
So for the first interview it was the Gilmore Girls portion, and they interviewed both Logan and Dean, which is iconic. Jared actually spoke about his daughter, Odette, which is such a cute name.
That is such a cute name. Like
It's
I've
so
never heard
timeless.
that before.
And truth be told, I didn't know that Jared had a family. I think he has 3 kids and a
I
wife.
don't I don't know if I knew that either.
But he's like a family man, and I love to
Yeah.
see it. So he spoke about him and his wife and his daughter watching Gilmore Girls over because his daughter's at the age where I guess she can just watch her daddy on TV. So his daughter Odette loves the show Gilmore Girls. They all watch it together. But during it, she's like, when Dean and Rory kiss, she asks, "Well, why is daddy kissing someone else?"
That is the cutest thing ever.
And his wife, Genevieve, she's an actress as well. She says, well, because he's playing a character, and that character is the character, and this character are in love, and they're kissing. Odeta's like, she digs her feet in. Dad should only kiss mom.
That is so cute. I wonder how old is she?
The most precious thing, I think she's pretty young. I think she's maybe,
Let's see. Let's see. Oh, she was born in 2017, so you guys do the math. Just kidding.
I was gonna say, I can't think
She's
of it now.
small enough where she'd be like, "What is happening? Why is my dad doing that?"
That's like so precious though that she loves the show, but that part she's like, no,
It's
she's,
cute because Teen
it's so
is so
cute.
important.
Yes, I love that. And then Matt, another portion of the interview was they asked him how it felt going to the set for the first time because he wasn't in the first couple of seasons of Gilmore Girls Logan. I
Yeah.
think he entered in season 4 or 5. So he
Yeah.
talked about his first experience going to set. He said he got lost on his first day and he was walking around and he asked a tour group for help, which
Which is
is
like the worst people to ask.
hilarious. He said, when I told them I was looking for Gilmore Girls, they were like, We want Chad Michael Murray back.
That is wild. That is wild.
Tristan. I love Tristan in Trust. Like, I kind of wish that Tristan came back in the Year in Life and just swept Rory right off her feet. Like, as a
That would be
changed man.
so exciting. That would have been so exciting.
Didn't happen,
I
of
wonder if
course.
there was any consideration for that, like whatsoever. You
They
never
ha
know.
they had like a Tristan, but it wasn't Chad Michael Murray. It was just like the back of someone's head that was blonde.
Oh my gosh. We're like, I know the back of that head. I know it, and that was
Yeah.
not it. That was
You
Chad.
can't fake the back of Chad Michael Murray's head.
No,
Let's be really.
you can't.
But
Wow.
so funny that they said that to him because like here's this guy, his first day on set, he's trying his best, and they're
He's an
like, "Where's Chad Michael Murray?"
actor, like that's like his life's work. He's got this great show. That is insane. That is absolutely wild. But you know what? I'm happy that he had his time on the show, Logan, and everything. I haven't seen the end of that like play out, but Logan and Dean are always talked about in pop culture with Gilmore Girls.
Like you said, Logan got his time. He's iconic for that role. Like I actually like grew to love Logan re
Yeah.
watching Gilmore Girls over the years. At first I was like, I'm not sure if he's right for Rory, and then I kind of just shifted as I grew older, which was weird. But you'll see, because I don't want to spoil
Yeah.
anything for you. It's just like it's a roller coaster.
But you know what I also think is funny about him mentioning that? It's like when you do something new for the first time
Hmm.
and you meet someone or run into a group of people and they say something to you and you never forget it. Like this has been following this guy around forever. And I want him to know he does not live in the shadow of Tristan at all.
I want to
At
give
all.
I want to give Matt a hug and just say like it's
Yeah.
okay.
That was funny that he brought that up though. That was a great story.
And also the fact that Chad Michael Murray's character had such an impact on people, like it's just crazy because
Yeah,
he
and
was only in a couple of episodes,
exactly. He was not there for that long.
but he made an impact. They did speak about Jess, My Love and Amelia during that interview, and they
They
were like
did.
talking very highly of him and how they're
Yeah.
close, they still talk, so like he's doing good. It just,
It just hasn't
maybe
worked
life,
out.
yeah, life is,
Aw. I trust that he's really, really sweet.
yeah,
I
I trust him.
honestly was introduced to Milo Ventimiglia through This Is Us, which I never ended up
Really?
finishing. But when it first came on, I was like, oh my gosh, everyone's vibing with This Is Us. I'll watch it. This was like eighth grade.
Aw.
It was so, so popular, but that's how I was introduced to who he was. So I did not know him originally from
That's
Gilmore Girls.
crazy because I was interested in him.
Yes, well, that too.
Duh. I was introduced to him from Gilmore Girls. So that's a
Yeah.
different generation type of deal
Yes.
right there.
It's so interesting.
So that's pretty cool. But just Roy.
Well, People magazine, they did it all right. They got Nathan and Lucas, aka James Lafferty and Chad Michael Murray, on this Sexiest Man Alive issue, which I need to actually go buy the magazine
Same.
to keep this as a memory.
Hmm.
Um, this as an OTH fan is amazing because
Hmm.
I don't know if we've actually ever had an extended sit down with James and Chad. So
Really?
to see them sitting there together and just having conversation after having spent last weekend with them, this
Hmm.
article came out a few days later, and I'm like, when were you guys going to tell us that you hung out? All jokes aside, because this was
Surprise.
obviously a little bit ago.
Hmm.
Um, it's really great. I think they are both so well spoken, and I love to hear any of them talk about their memories or just their experiences really with the
Hmm.
show. One thing that got brought up was the Naley or Leighton debate, and they were kind of asking them like who was endgame, not who was endgame, but who was like the better couple, I guess the question was
Hmm.
kind of worded as. Um, I think they are so great that they kind of didn't really choose and they highlighted them both in different ways because they were both very like different couples. And it kind of started with Leighton and
Hmm.
ended with Naley, right?
Yeah.
But my favorite things that were said through that was James calling Leighton aspirational. And he said there's like an ambitious aspect to them, whereas Naley was famous for like staying home. And I think that's cute
Hmm.
because it kind of like shows the difference in those two couples where Lucas and Peyton, they did go take off and they left and it's like that kind of aspirational part of it where it's like we can go be different. We don't have to stay in Tree Hill forever,
Hmm.
though we all wish they would have, but we understand why they didn't. And Naylee, who that's kind of aspirational too, where
Hmm.
to play into maybe the new song Wish List where it's like got the whole block looking like you. I want a basketball
Yes.
hoop. Like that's aspirational too because some people want that family and they want to stay home and they want to be with their friends that they've been with their whole entire life.
Have 10
So,
kids and yeah.
exactly, exactly. So I loved that though because to me, I say this all the time, but James always has such good thoughts about things. So you know, like he thought about this,
Oh,
he didn't just come out of nowhere and call Leighton aspirational. It's cool to
right.
hear them talk about the characters and the storylines.
Hmm.
Um, something else as a fan that I don't necessarily love talking about, but I will touch on it for a moment.
Hmm.
At the end, they asked them about the reboot, and Chad said, he said, I don't think there's a world where it works anymore. And I
Oh,
get that point of view, right? But then
okay.
James said, nobody wants to see Lucas and Nathan struggling with social media, which is so, so, so funny.
That's funny.
Because really, how do you play into these characters who are a little bit older now and who are families and we watch them grow up?
Hmm.
But people do want to see those characters, but in a world where it works, and I don't
Right.
know either like how that will work. I trust that it would work somehow and we want them back on our screens, but it's really hard, a really hard feat. So this was a really big interview. Not to keep going, but
I need to ask you a question before we move
oh,
on.
please do.
I just need to know, since you're such a big One Tree Hill fan, we all know this about Lara. If you don't know this about Lara,
Mhm.
where have you been? Lara, are you Team Layton or
Oh,
Team Daly?
okay.
Can you
Right up.
pick?
Yes, I can. I can.
Okay.
Is this a controversy? I don't know. I was always Team Leighton. I was
Really?
always Leighton. I never was like a Naley big fan from day one. Like when I first started watching OTH,
Hmm.
Chad Michael Murray and Lucas like had my heart. And I
Hmm.
think inside of me, I'm a little bit of the three main girls, but oh, that angst
Yes.
that Peyton Sawyer has is unlike anything else. And I just understand her and your art matters. It's what got
Hmm.
me here, and I'll be seeing you. That is my couple. Oh, they are everything to me. So I can
Oh.
choose. I can choose. What about you?
Don't make me choose. I'm a fan of One Tree Hill, but I'm not as big of a fan. Lara? But if I had to choose, I would say Neely.
Okay.
It's because I feel like they were just always really solid
Yeah.
and stable for the most part. They had their ups and downs here or there, but like high school, they got married, which was crazy.
Yeah.
Didn't love that, but it worked.
Yeah. They're honestly like the biggest example of that to maybe me or people like through the lens of pop culture, like
Mhm.
that is super aspirational. Like you
Yes.
find your person, whether you're 16 or 36, like it
Hmm.
doesn't matter, but they're special. They
I
are
think it,
super special.
I think why it resonates with me is because I met my husband like right out of high school.
Yeah.
We weren't in high school and we didn't get married until much later, but I just feel like that solid love, not that Chad and not that Layden didn't have a solid love, but I
Yeah.
just feel like they were just always Nathan and Haley.
Yeah.
There
They
was a very
were.
brief period in the show where it wasn't, but like it was always leading up to that point, and it was like this
Yeah.
slow burn, and then all of a sudden it was just explosions.
Oh
Love
my gosh.
everywhere.
I could just go on, and I don't want to make this a One Tree Hill episode.
They're
Ah!
very cute. I like them, and I'm Team Haley for those reasons. So
Exactly. But
that
before we wrap this up, we were
Mhm.
talking about the One Tree Hill theme song earlier, how Joy and
Yes.
Tyler re-recorded it. They also touched on the theme song and they said how it's literal perfection. Name a better theme song. I just don't think you can. And they
Mhm.
also mentioned how people will like play it when they're at a bar or something like that, which I think is so funny
So cute.
because even when the song finds me out in the wild, obviously not to that level, but I'm like, oh, the song found me. Like, this is crazy. But imagine being
Mhm.
them and the song like playing. I would be like, oh my gosh, who sees me here? This is scary.
Cosmic moment.
Yes.
That's for sure. Yeah, so I also want to just touch upon like what we're currently watching before we wrap
Yeah.
everything up today.
Uh-huh.
Lara, what have you been watching? It could be nostalgic, it could be current. What's
Oh
on the
my
roster?
gosh. To say I've been watching much of anything would be a lie, but I
She's
can
been
tell
busy.
you what I want to watch. I
Let's hear it.
really, really want to watch Nobody Wants This. That is at the
Oh,
top of my list right now. Truly need to get it on, need to put the phone down and just watch a show.
can I tell you? I binged it in
Yes,
like 2 to 3 days.
that's perfect. Honestly,
It
I
was
would
bad.
expect to hear like a day.
For me, like I feel like it usually takes me like a week or two to like sit down, but I just couldn't stop watching. Sue
They
me.
they already said there's going to be a season 3. They rant and they rave.
Yes, I'm so excited. What else is on the roster for you?
What else do I want to watch like coming up? I
Hmm.
know that's one of them. I do have a bunch of like holiday movies in my like queue to
Hmm.
watch. What
Love
about
that.
you?
I've been watching a lot because
Please
watching
do
TV
share.
is basically what I do and what I
Yeah.
post about. So it's kind of my life. I well, we're almost done with the show All Her Fault. It's on Peacock with Dakota
Okay.
Fanning. It's about
Oh.
a little boy that was kidnapped.
Oh, you lost
And
me.
oh my God, I'm so sorry. She's like, no.
I don't, I'm
Yeah.
like, I love the idea of shows, but all right, but tell us about it.
But can we just talk about how the little boy from One Tree Hill was kidnapped? And
Yes.
you're okay with that.
I know. It's crazy.
Anyway, but that show is a roller coaster. It's all over the place. It's twist turns, everyone's suspicious. If you like that kind of stuff,
That's the
you
show
like
for
it.
you.
Yes. Reality TV wise, obviously Dancing with the Stars. I'm so sad
Yeah.
it's almost over. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my time after it's over.
Tuesday nights are looking way more free for you.
It is. And also, I've been watching Dawson's Creek. I'm in season two,
Yes.
knee deep.
Okay. How are you feeling?
It's so good.
It is.
Why
It
have I
is,
not
right?
watched this ever in my life?
I think sometimes shows have to find you.
It found me.
It did.
It discovered me through the trenches.
I love that.
And seeing all the actors being so young is just crazy to me.
I know, right?
Wild. I've been loving it. And
They're a
it's also
really good group.
like, yes, it's based on it's like a teen drama, but there's still aspects of like adult things going on with like Dawson's
Yes.
parents and just random stuff. But I'm really liking it so far. But that's pretty much all I've been watching. If I think of anything else, I'll let you guys know next episode. But
Yes.
to wrap this all up, thank you guys so much for listening. We love you. We appreciate you. We're going to be hopefully seeing you next time. We'll definitely be seeing you next time. Definitely, if you can, give us a review, give us a rating, follow us on socials. We are so yesterday, so today on everything.
Yes, we are.
Lara, is there anything you'd like to say
I'm
to wrap it
having
up?
so much fun. I
Yes.
cannot wait to actually watch some shows and not just look at the headlines of everything. As always, we have so much to talk about, and this is always just the beginning.
Stay tuned and we will see you guys next time. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.